Hello and welcome to Bond IT System. And today we're gonna be looking at JavaScript conditionals and loop lesson number one, introduction to if-else statement. Conditional loops or conditionals and loops are two of the most important concepts in JavaScript and any other programming languages. A conditional statement says if something is true, do this, otherwise do that. For example, if you do your homework, you can play computer game. But if you don't do your homework, you don't get to play computer game. A loop says as long as something is true, keep doing this. For example, as long as you're thirsty, keep drinking water. If and else statement. An if statement is used to execute a piece of code if something is true. As we have example below, constant name equals to James. Console, just logging the name. Then we check here if the name.length is greater than 7, we print, whoa, you have a really long name. So let's try this one in our editor and see what we're gonna come up with. So I'm gonna have a file here called lesson1.js, which means a JavaScript file. Then I'm gonna copy this piece of code here and quickly add it into this JS file and see how it prints. See here, this one is highlighted. It's because name is a reserved word in JavaScript. So I'm gonna have to change that one to something that's not reserved. I'm gonna add that as first name. And here we have that. So let's run this code and see what it prints out. So if I run that, see, just print this one here, but it doesn't go through this loop here because this name James doesn't go beyond 7 characters. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 only. So that's why it's just ending printing here, because this one will always print, and then we don't go through this uh, loop here. So let's go next and see how to get to print that one. The next thing we're gonna look at is this one down here, an if else. So we're gonna use an if else and see if we can print all of this text or what can be printed if our loop don't hit our if statement. So if you want something else to happen when the condition is false, in this case we want something to happen when it's false, because here we didn't get to our true section. So we want to print else, what should be printed out when we don't go into that loop. So then we use else is used to print the entire statement of what should be done. So on that, if we're gonna add else section of block. So if we don't get into this section here, we want to just print something here. So I'm gonna say your name is less than 7 characters. First, once I hit that, I'm gonna clean up my console and run that. Now you can see your name is less than 7 characters because we didn't hit through the if, then we print out the else section. So let's continue here and look for what is next on this section. The next thing we're gonna look is chaining if else statement. So we have our colors here and we wanna chain and see what's gonna be printed out. So in some scenarios you might have to do this, and I'm gonna comment this one out so it doesn't appear in my printout, and I'm gonna clear my console out. So in some scenarios you might have to check if, then you do else if, because we can't do if, or else we can do that, but sometimes you just want to chain them or you want to separate them. I will show you chaining first here, if and else statement, then I'm going to show you doing individual if for each statement. So here, if we try to print out, what are we going to get out? You can see, so we said what? If blue, sky and sea, else if red, danger, else if yellow, warning, else it is a color anyway. I don't know what I was thinking about that. So here, so we didn't print blue because it's set to false. So our conditional here won't print out because this one should be true for it to print. But since we have a false, we didn't print. In red we have true, we print out danger. Yellow, we had a true, we should be printing, because this one was first hitting the else, so we won't print this one, we only print this one, and this one won't print. So that's all, and please remember to subscribe to the channel on itsystem.com, and also visit our website bonitsystems.com, and also visit bonitlabs.com. Subscribe and like the video and share the word out there. Thank you.